Good evening, Southeast Texas. I'm Jessica Crawford. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. One group is getting out the vote with the help of churches. That's actually where we find KFDM's Chris Malooly. And Chris, our Southeast Texans letting our wet weather rain on their parade. Oh, nice hat. Turning now to national news, a financial lifeline for hurricane-devastated Puerto Rico. Many students in Central Texas walked out of school this week. They say they're rallying for their own safety. Brazilian grandparents at the center of an international kidnapping case are set to make a first court appearance in Houston. Students from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Florida will return to school on Wednesday following a shooting last week that left 17 people dead. But today they return to their campus for counseling. It comes as Florida's lawmakers demand the Broward County Sheriff steps down for the way his deputies responded to the deadly school shooting. Laura Podesta has that report. The national debate on guns following the school massacre in Florida continues tonight. The president, the governor of Florida, and teachers aren't all on the same page. Well, cloudy weather didn't stop people from going to the Beaumont Farmers Market for its first day of the season. Right now, we're learning that the Toledo Bend Reservoir will release water due to heavy rainfall today. We're also learning that Spurger ISD is pushing back school for an hour tomorrow because of rain. Good evening, Southeast Texas. I'm Jessica Crawford. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. First, a family struggling to rebuild their home after Harvey, now facing another problem. KFDM's Chris Malooly reports the struggle a father is having keeping his tools to rebuild out of the hands of thieves. If you have any information, you can contact the Orange County Sheriff's Office at 883-2612. Well, in other news, it wasn't the sunniest day, but cloudy weather didn't stop people from going to the Beaumont Farmers Market for its first day of the season. Hundreds were at the market for today's event. The Farmers Market is a locally run seasonal open-air market. It remains open through December. It's located on College Street between Langham and Dallin under the basketball court at the Athletic Center. Hours there are 8 to 11 every Saturday, rain or shine. And to become a vendor, you can visit beaumontfarmersmarket.org. Also, remember early voting. It continues this weekend. Early voting for the Democratic and Republican joint primary election taking place through this Friday. That's March 2nd. The voters that you see here made their way to John Paul Davis Community Center on East Lucas, but there are multiple voting locations open in the county from Rogers Park in Beaumont to the Sub Courthouse in Port Arthur. If you want to vote tomorrow, the hours are 12 to 5. The primaries take place Tuesday, March 6th. Well, Carrie Cooper joining us now with a check of the forecast. And Carrie, you say we're going to get a cool down. Thank you, Carrie. In national news, President Trump is responding to the memo released by Democrats on the House Intelligence Committee. It's a rebuttal document to the Republican memo released earlier this month, accusing the FBI and Justice Department of anti-Trump bias. CBS News' Lauren Podesta has the report. And despite the release of these two memos against Justice Department recommendations, Special Counsel Robert Mueller continues his investigation, filing dozens of new charges and netting 2 guilty pleas in just the last 4 days. Well, still to come on the Weekend Report. Teachers and staff returned to school more than a week after the tragic shooting that claimed the lives of 17 people in Florida, plus a safety item selling out across the country.